looking at the heart, the mind, or the spirit. We're talking about cultivating the heart, the mind, or the spirit. We understand that they are synonymous. When we talk about things that are spiritual, we are talking about things that pertain to the mind, to the inner world of our perception and understanding and comprehension and memory and feelings and emotions and our identity and our ego, the place where our decisions are made, the determination of our will, the constitution of our character. That being said, we understand that the first cause of our suffering is ignorance. And the reality of it is that ignorance is actually a mental state. Okay. It's a condition where one is detached and or unacquainted with reality because they do not possess knowledge. Therefore, they do not act with the consciousness of knowledge and they are unaware. Okay. Unconscious. And this is how the cycle of this world leaves us unconscious, ignoring to act upon real knowledge. So this condition of the mind, jahila in Arabic or awaron in Hebrew, blindness, this condition clouds our mind and leads us to unhealthy activity. And it's an obstacle to us reaching enlightenment and spiritual and physical liberation from the influence of this satanic cycle of reality that we have called the modern world. So it remains extremely important for us to recognize and understand that everything that manifests in our life begins in the mind. This is a powerful spiritual truth. And we find in Matthew 15 and 19, "Ki min haleb yotza'ot macheshubut ra, ratzichut, niofim, zanunim, genabut, edut shaker, wagedufin." And so we understand that out of the heart come evil thoughts, murders, adultery, sexual immorality, theft, false testimony, and slander. These things emanate from the heart and are products of our heart. So we've been warned in Proverbs 4 and 23, "Netzor liveka michal mishmar, ki mimenu totzaot chaim." And that word totzaot comes from the word yatsa, okay, to come out, to become known, to bring forth publicly, to lead, okay? So it is our heart that is leading us in manifesting the results of our life. We manifest from our mind, from our heart, from within our spirit first, okay? And so whether we're manifesting positivity or negativity, it first begins in the mind. And this is the seat of where ignorance or the condition of ignorance also thrives. It is a condition of our heart. And so we understand that ignorance would be a common feature that we would see and recognize in the last days. We've been told in the prophecies, "La taqumu asa'atu wa imma qala min ashrati asa'ati an yurfa'a al-ilmu wa yazhara al-jahlu." So we see that inside of the hadith it is said that the hour will not be established, or from among the conditions or portents of the hour is that knowledge will be taken away and disappear. Okay. And that general ignorance will appear. Okay. And as we know, when ignorance appears and we are acting and living in a mode of ignorance and in a mental state and condition of ignorance, vices, intoxication, and delusion are not far away. Okay. So he says, "Yushraba al-kamru wa yazhara al-zana wa yakil al-rajulu wa yakthura an-nisa'u hatta yakuna lil-khamsina amra'a al-qayyumu al-wahidu." When the ignorance appears, then we will see the drinking of alcoholic drinks or the taking of intoxicants will be very common. Open and illegal sexual intercourse will prevail. Men will decrease in number while women increase in number so much that for 50 women, there will only be one man to look after them. Okay? So he's describing to us a society that is overwhelmed in ignorance. People walking around living in the condition of ignorance. And this is when you see the society full of excess, vices, intoxication, and delusion. Aminitmu mibeli hadaat, ki ata maasta hadaat, watishka taura Eloheka. Yahweh says that my people are destroyed and consumed and waste away in decay because of the lack of knowledge. Ignorance has laid this nation to waste. It has perished because of ignorance. And this ignorance is manifest in our activity. And it is a direct reflection of our mental condition. And he tells us why. Watishka Taura Eloheka. You forgot the Torah from that verb shaka, to be forgotten, to be oblivious of, from want of memory or attention. We have become so ignorant today that we have forgotten our ethnic identity as the house of Israel. And this is testament to the wickedness that we have worked through the spirit of ignorance, the mind of ignorance, the mental condition of ignorance. Yatama'asta hada'at. From that verb ma'as, he says we have refused and disdained and contemned and despised and rejected the knowledge of truth and perception, the knowledge of discipline. We have rejected being fully aware and clearly understanding our direction and purpose and becoming familiar and literate about reality, the reality of truth. So if we want to be spiritually and physically liberated, we must remove the chains of ignorance from our minds and purge the mentality and the condition of ignorance from our deeds and wash our hands of it, as we have discovered today that ignorance is one of the primary sources of our destruction. Funwa opon tikwajo bare, mayen wasam fwafi, naju makage chebe umu Israel, na ndenile kwekwe.